Hey, welcome to my channel. Let me ask you something. What if I told you that just 30 days from now, your English could sound 10 times more confident than it does today? Sounds exciting, right? Well, guess what? No grammar books, no complicated rules, and no pressure. Just one simple challenge. Speak in English every day for the next 30 days. That's it. Now I know what you're thinking, but my English isn't perfect. And you know what? That's okay, because this isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up, speaking up, and growing day by day. So here's my question to you. Can you do it? I think you can. In fact, I know you can. And if you're watching this video right now, it means you're ready. You're ready to take your English to the next level, and I'm going to help you get there. So, don't click away. Stick with me until the very end of this video, because this could be the moment your English journey really begins. All right, let's jump right in. Chapter 1. The challenge begins. Why 30 days can change your English life. All right, so let's begin this journey. And trust me, this isn't just any challenge. This is the one that can change your English forever, for real. Now, you might be thinking, can speaking English every day for 30 days actually help me speak better? My answer is simple, yes, and not just better, stronger, faster, and more naturally. You will surprise yourself. Now, here's the first thing I want you to remember. You don't need to be perfect to start speaking. You just need to start speaking. Say that again with me. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to speak. That is the most important idea of this whole challenge. Too many English learners stay quiet, waiting until they're good enough. But let me tell you something. The students who improve the most are not the ones who study all the grammar books. No, the students who grow the fastest are the ones who just open their mouths and try. Let me tell you a quick story. I had a student named Anna. She was from Brazil. Super sweet, always smiling, but very shy when it came to speaking. She said, "Teacher, I'm afraid people will laugh at my English." I said, "Anna, for the next 30 days, I want you to speak. Just speak. Talk about anything. Talk to your dog. Talk to yourself. Just speak." And guess what? She did it. Every single day. One day she talked about her lunch. The next day she described her favorite movie. After 2 weeks, she messaged me and said, "Teacher, I was in a video call at work, and I answered a question in English without even thinking." That's the power of practice. That's the power of consistency. So here's the truth. Fluency is not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. Consistency means doing a little every day. And that little bit, it adds up. Think about this. If you speak 1 sentence today, 2 tomorrow, 5 next week, by the end of the month, you could be speaking for minutes without stopping. Can you imagine that? Picture it. You speaking English with confidence, without fear, without translating in your head. That's the future we're creating, starting right now. And yes, I know, speaking every day might sound scary, but don't worry, I'm here with you. And the key is to keep it simple. Just speak. Don't worry about mistakes. Don't worry about grammar. Don't worry if it sounds strange. You are building confidence. Think of it like learning to ride a bicycle. You wobble at first, right? You might fall once or twice. But what happens if you keep trying? You learn to ride. And one day, without even realizing it, you're just riding. That's what will happen with your English. One day soon, you'll be just speaking. So let me give you a small task. This is your day one speaking task. Are you ready? I want you to say 3 simple sentences in English about your morning. That's it. 3 sentences. For example, 1. I woke up at 7 a.m. 2. I made some tea. 3. Then I checked my phone. Boom. You just practiced speaking English. And guess what? That counts. That's how we start. It's not about long speeches or big words. It's about using your real life, your real voice, in real English. Now I want you to say your 3 sentences. Don't just think them. Say them out loud, right now. I'll wait. Go on. Speak them out loud. You did it? Amazing. That was your first step. That's the first brick in your English confidence wall. Every day we're going to add one more brick. And soon you'll have a strong foundation. You're building something incredible, and I'm so proud of you for starting. So if your mind is still saying, "Can I really do this?" let me remind you, yes, you can. You are not alone, and you are not too late. This challenge is for you. No matter your level, no matter your age, no matter where you live. If you speak English for just a few minutes every day for the next 30 days, you will see a change. I've seen it happen with my students, and I know it can happen with you too. All right, we've started. The challenge has begun. You've already taken the first step. Now, are you ready for day 2? Let's keep this momentum going, because tomorrow we're going to talk about something every English learner faces: fear. But not anymore. You're going to learn how to push past it and speak with courage. I'll see you there. Chapter 2. The Fear Factor. How to overcome the fear of speaking. All right, let's talk about something real, something that almost every English learner feels at some point. It's not about vocabulary. It's not about grammar. It's about fear. That's right, fear of speaking. And maybe you know exactly what I'm talking about. That feeling in your chest when you try to speak English and your brain says, "Wait, what if you mess up? What if they laugh at you? What if you say it wrong?" If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. And more importantly, it's okay. Let me say something that might surprise you. Being afraid to speak English is normal. Yes. Even confident people feel nervous when they speak a new language. It's like standing on stage in front of a big crowd. Your hands shake, your heart beats faster, and suddenly, all your words disappear. But here's the truth I want you to remember. The fear of speaking isn't a sign that you're weak. It's a sign that you care. You want to do well. You want to express yourself clearly. And that means you're already halfway there. Let me tell you a story. I had a student named Farhan. He was a smart, hard-working man from Pakistan. He studied English every day, reading books, watching videos, learning grammar. But he never spoke. Not even one word. I asked him why, and he said, "Teacher, I'm scared. What if people laugh at my accent?" I looked at him and said, "Farhan, do you laugh when someone speaks to you in Urdu?" He smiled and said, "No, Of course not. I said, exactly. Most people don't care if you make mistakes. They care that you're trying. So give yourself permission to try. And guess what? He did. He started speaking one sentence a day, and he made mistakes. Lots of them. But every time he smiled and said, "At least I spoke." And after a few weeks, his confidence grew. Now he's the one helping others speak. And it all started by letting go of that fear. So let me tell you the same thing I told Farhan. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to say things wrong. Because every mistake is proof that you are learning. No baby starts speaking perfectly. No child says their first sentence without mistakes. Why do we think we have to be perfect as adults? You're learning a new language. Give yourself grace. Speak with your heart, not your fear. Now, I want to give you a powerful trick. A simple way to speak English every day without fear. Are you ready? It's this. Talk to yourself. That's right. You don't need a partner. You don't need a classroom, just you. Talk to yourself in English. And here's how you do it. When you wake up in the morning, describe what you're doing. I am brushing my teeth. Now I'm making coffee. Today I feel happy. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be spoken. You can do this in front of a mirror too. Just look at yourself and talk. Hi, how are you today? I had a good sleep. I will go to work later. Speak slowly, smile, encourage yourself. This is a safe space. No one is watching. No one is judging. It's just you and your voice. And that voice is getting stronger, more confident every single day. You can even talk while doing chores, folding clothes, cooking, walking. Turn daily life into daily English practice. The more you do this, the less scared you'll feel. Why? Because your brain starts to accept English as part of your daily routine. It becomes natural, comfortable, normal, and the fear, it starts to disappear. Let me give you a small task for today. Here it is. Choose one moment in your day and talk to yourself in English for 30 seconds. That's it. You can talk in the mirror or while washing dishes. Just 30 seconds. Don't worry about mistakes. Don't try to be perfect. Just speak. Remember, courage doesn't mean you're never afraid. It means you speak even when you are afraid. And every time you speak, your fear gets smaller. Your voice gets louder. Your confidence grows. You are not alone. I'm here. Thousands of learners just like you are facing this same fear, and they're speaking anyway. So let's speak together. Let's speak with courage. Let's speak with heart. All right, you've made it through day 2. That fear you felt, it's already smaller. You're already stronger. And tomorrow, get ready, because we're going to talk about how to find someone to speak with, or how to create your own English world, even if nobody around you speaks English. You don't want to miss it. I'll see you in the next one. Chapter 3. Your English Circle. Who to talk to and how to practice speaking. All right, now that you're getting comfortable with speaking, there's one big question left. Who can you speak to? I get it. You might be thinking, well, I don't have anyone around me who speaks English. So, what now? Don't worry, I've got you covered. By the end of this chapter, you'll see that not having a speaking partner is no longer an excuse. You're going to build your very own English-speaking world. And yes, it's possible. First, let me tell you something important. The only way to become a confident English speaker is to speak, speak, speak. And if you're thinking, I don't know anyone who speaks English, guess what? You're living in a time where everyone is just a click away. Let me show you how. 1. Find speaking partners online. There's a huge world out there filled with people who want to practice English just like you. So, how do you find them? Easy. There are plenty of websites and apps where you can connect with other learners and even native speakers. Websites like Tandem, HelloTalk, or Italki offer free or affordable ways to find a speaking partner from anywhere in the world. You can message them, send voice notes, or set up voice calls to practice speaking. But here's the key. Don't wait for the perfect conversation partner. Sometimes it's awkward, sometimes it's slow, but you're speaking, and that's all that matters. The more you practice with people online, the more confident you'll become. You'll see that it's not about being perfect. It's about making those connections and growing together. 2. Voice chats and language exchanges. Another great option is to join voice chats or language exchange groups. Many websites and apps host real-time conversations. Platforms like Discord or Reddit have communities of English learners where you can participate in voice chats. If you join a Discord group, there might even be voice rooms where you can chat with strangers in English, with no pressure. If you're nervous about talking to strangers, start by typing in the chat and then slowly work up to talking. Just remember, everyone is there to improve their language skills, so there's no need to be afraid of making mistakes. You're in the same boat, and the people in these communities are usually kind and supportive. 3. Talking to AI tools. Okay, here's a little secret I'm going to share with you. You don't always need a human partner to practice English. You can actually talk to AI. That's right. Tools like Google Assistant, Siri, or ChatGPT, you're talking to one now, can be great ways to practice speaking. Just ask them questions, talk about your day, or even have fun with simple conversations. I know it might sound a little strange at first, but it works. Speaking to AI gives you the opportunity to practice your pronunciation, sentence structure, and thinking in English without fear of judgment. And guess what? AI doesn't judge you. So, no pressure. 4. Create your own English world. Here's the most important part. You don't need to wait for others to help you speak. You can create your own English world, right in your own home, every single day. Start by talking to yourself, just like we talked about earlier. But let's take it up a notch. Start asking yourself questions in English and then answering them. For example, you could ask yourself, what did I do today? What's my favorite food? How do I feel about my English progress? Answer these questions out loud, and you'll be amazed at how quickly your speaking ability improves. This exercise is great for developing fluency because it's based on real-life topics, things you actually care about. You're building your own conversations, even if no one else is around. 5. Set a routine. Now, Let's talk about building a speaking routine. Consistency is the key to fluency. Think about it. You can't expect to improve by speaking once every few weeks. You need to practice regularly. Here's the plan. Set aside 10 to 15 minutes every day to speak English. Find a time that works for you, whether it's in the morning, during lunch, or before bed. Just make it part of your daily routine. Choose a daily topic to talk about. You could talk about the weather, your plans for the day, what you're reading, or even your goals. Keep it simple, but make sure you speak every day. Remember, the key is consistency. Track your progress. Record yourself speaking every week. You'll be surprised how much you improve in just a few days. Important tip: if you can, write down your daily topic in English before you start speaking. This will give you a guide and help you feel more organized when you talk. And don't worry if you don't know all the words. Just try your best. This is how you improve. 6. No excuses, just speak by now. I hope you're thinking, okay, I have no excuse now. And that's exactly the feeling you need. There's no reason not to speak. Whether it's online with others, talking to AI, or creating conversations in your head, you can do this. You don't need anyone to give you permission to speak. You just need to speak. The more you speak, the more confident you will become. The more consistent you are, the better you'll get. There's no magic trick. It's just practice, and you're doing it every day. So, let's finish this chapter with a challenge. Your task for today: choose one person or tool to speak with for 10 minutes. It could be a friend, a language partner online, or even AI. Just speak. And tomorrow, do it again. Start building your English world, because you deserve it. Remember, every time you speak, you're taking one more step toward fluency. Keep going. I'll see you in the next chapter, where we're going to talk about how to take your practice to the next level by focusing on pronunciation and speaking naturally. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Chapter 4. Think in English. Stop translating, start speaking. Naturally, welcome back. By now, you've already made huge progress in your English journey. You've faced your fears, started practicing with others, and even built your own English-speaking world. But there's one big leap left. A leap that will completely change the way you speak English. And that leap is thinking in English. Here's a truth that will set you free. If you're constantly translating from your native language to English, your speech will always feel slow and disconnected. You'll be stuck in your head, trying to find the right words, and you won't sound as natural as you'd like. But the good news is that you can train your brain to stop translating and start thinking in English. And when that happens, everything changes. Imagine being able to have a conversation without pausing to translate every sentence. Imagine being able to react in English instantly and naturally. That's the goal. And in this chapter, I'm going to give you the tools to start thinking in English so you can speak freely, without hesitation. 1. The problem with translating in your head. First, let's understand why translating is a problem. When you translate, your brain has to work extra hard. You're thinking, How do I say this in English? What's the English word for that? And while you're doing that, the other person is waiting for your response. It's slow, it's frustrating, and it stops you from speaking naturally. Here's the thing. To speak fluently, you need to stop seeing English as another language. You need to see it as the language. You want to speak directly in English without going through the process of translation. It's like changing gears in your brain, shifting from thinking in my language to thinking in English. 2. Start with naming objects. Okay, so how do we do that? Well, let's start simple. One of the easiest ways to start thinking in English is to name objects around you in English. Look around your room, your house, or wherever you are, and name what you see in English. For example, you might look at a table and think, table. Then the next thing you see could be a chair, and you'll think, chair. It's important to say these words out loud as you look at objects. This practice may seem simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Over time, this helps your brain associate English words with real-world things, so you don't have to translate in your head anymore. Start with the basic things in your environment: lamp, window, book, door, phone. Keep adding new words to your vocabulary every day. 3. Narrate your actions in English. Next, let's take it up a notch. Once you've gotten used to naming things, it's time to narrate what you're doing. This is a game changer because it trains your brain to think in English throughout the day. Think about it. When you do something simple, like getting dressed or making breakfast, you can start saying it in English as you go. For example, I'm opening the fridge. I'm putting on my shoes. I'm cooking eggs. I'm walking to the store. Narrating your actions might feel awkward at first, but it's a powerful practice. What's happening here is that you're thinking in English and speaking in English as you move through your daily life. You're creating English in real time. The more you do this, the more natural it will feel. 4. Reacting to everyday events. Now, let's take it a step further. One of the most important things to do when thinking in English is to practice reacting to everyday events in English. This is what fluent speakers do automatically. When something happens, they immediately respond in English without thinking. For example, if it starts raining, you could think or say, "Oh no, it's raining again." If you spill your coffee, you might say, "Oops, I spilled my coffee." If you see something funny, you might say, "That's hilarious." These little reactions train your brain to respond in English automatically. Over time, you'll find that instead of reaching for your native language, your first reaction will be in English. This is how fluent speakers operate. Their brains are used to responding in their target language without hesitation. 5. Turning your thoughts into English. Here's where it gets really interesting. As you start getting more comfortable with naming objects and narrating your actions, try to take your inner thoughts and put them into English. This might sound like a small thing, but it has a huge impact on your fluency. When you have an idea or opinion, try to think of it in English first. For example, when you're deciding what to eat, you might think, "What do I want for dinner?" Or when you're planning your day, you might think, "I'll finish my work in the morning, then go for a walk in the afternoon." This might be difficult at first, but the more you do it, the easier it gets. It's all about shifting your thinking patterns to English thinking. 6. The aha moment, your brain will shift. As you continue practicing these techniques, something amazing will start to happen. Your brain will start to shift. You won't have to force yourself to think in English anymore. It will start happening naturally, and this is the moment you've been waiting for. The aha moment when you realize that you're thinking in English without even trying. This is the key to speaking naturally and confidently. When your brain is used to thinking in English, speaking becomes effortless. Your sentences will flow, and you'll stop searching for words because they'll come to you instantly. 7. Practice challenge. Narrate your day in English. To help you get started, here's your practice challenge for today. Choose a part of your day to narrate in English. It could be while you're getting ready in the morning, while you're cooking, or while you're going for a walk. Just start talking out loud, describing what you're doing in English. You can also try to react to things as they happen. For example, if you see something surprising or funny, just say it in English. Don't worry about making mistakes. Just practice thinking in English. The more you do this, the quicker your brain will get used to it. By the end of this chapter, I want you to remember one thing. Thinking in English is the key to speaking naturally. It's the game changer that will unlock your fluency and take your speaking to the next level. In the next chapter, we'll talk about improving your pronunciation and sounding even more fluent. Stay tuned for more exciting tips that will help you speak English with confidence. Chapter 5. Daily Speaking Routine. 5 simple topics for 30 days. By now, you've learned how to build confidence, face your fears, and start thinking in English. You're on the right path, but now, it's time to take it up a notch. In this chapter, we're going to get practical. I'm going to give you a simple, powerful plan to help you practice speaking every single day for 30 days. The goal? To get you speaking daily, consistently, and confidently without worrying about what to say. It's time to stop overthinking and make speaking in English a part of your routine. I'm going to share a 30-day speaking routine with you using 5 key themes. These are the building blocks of everyday conversation, and we'll be recycling them in different ways throughout the month. By the end of these 30 days, you'll have built a strong habit, and you'll see real improvements in your fluency. The 5 simple topics. We're going to keep it simple. You only need to focus on 5 core topics, and you'll be able to talk about them in so many different ways. Here are the 5 topics. 1. Introductions. 2. Daily routines. 3. Shopping. 4. Feelings and emotions. 5. Future plans. Each of these topics is something you encounter in daily life, so practicing them will help you speak naturally and confidently in real situations. We'll mix them up each day, and I'll give you ideas to make your practice varied and fun. You can speak for just 3 to 5 minutes a day, and you'll start to see improvement in no time. The 30-day routine. What it looks like. Every day, you'll pick one of these 5 topics and practice speaking about it. To keep things fresh and exciting, we'll recycle these topics in new ways throughout the month. Here's how it works. Week 1, days 1 through 7. Day 1. Introduce yourself in English. Talk about your name, where you're from, what you like to do, and why you're learning English. Day 2. Talk about your daily routine. What time do you wake up? What do you do in the morning? Day 3. Practice a shopping conversation. Imagine you're at the store. What are you buying? Ask for help if you need it. Day 4. Talk about how you're feeling today. Are you happy, tired, excited, or stressed? Why? Day 5. Share your plans for the weekend or the next holiday. What are you going to do? Where are you going to go? Day 6. Introduce yourself again, but focus on different details. Talk about your job, your hobbies, or your family. Day 7. Talk about a recent purchase you made. What did you buy? How did you feel about it? Week 2, days 8 to 14. Day 8. Describe your morning routine in detail. What do you eat for breakfast? Do you exercise? Day 9. Practice asking for directions or help in English. Imagine you're lost in a city. What questions would you ask? Day 10. Talk about a time when you felt really happy. What happened? How did you feel? Day 11. Share your plans for the future. What do you want to achieve in the next year? Day 12. Describe your family. Who's in it? What do they like to do? Day 13. Talk about a typical day at work or school. What do you do first? What happens next? Day 14. Talk about your favorite place to shop and why you love it. Week 3. Days 15 to 21. Day 15. Introduce a new hobby or interest. What have you recently started doing? Why do you enjoy it? Day 16. Talk about your favorite meal. What do you like to eat for lunch or dinner? How do you prepare it? Day 17. Share a time when you felt frustrated. What happened? How did you deal with it? Day 18. Practice talking about your goals. What do you want to accomplish in the next 3 months? Day 19. Describe a recent trip you took. Where did you go? What did you see? Day 20. Talk about a difficult decision you had to make. How did you decide what to do? Day 21. Talk about a favorite store or shopping experience. What makes it special? Week 4, days 22 to 30. Day 22. Share how you feel about the English learning process. What's been hard? What's been fun? Day 23. Describe your favorite movie or TV show. What's it about? Why do you like it? Day 24. Talk about a typical day in your life. What are your habits and routines? Day 25. Share your plans for the next month. What do you want to achieve in the next few weeks? Day 26. Talk about your health. How do you take care of yourself? Do you exercise or eat healthy? Day 27. Talk about your favorite season. Why do you like it? What do you do during that time of year? Day 28. Describe a time when you were really proud of yourself. What happened? Day 29. Talk about a future event you're excited about. What are you looking forward to? Day 30. Recap your journey so far. What have you learned? How have you improved? Tips for success. Consistency is key. The most important thing is to speak every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Don't skip days. Record yourself. If you can, record your speaking practice. This helps you track your progress and hear where you need to improve. Speak in front of the mirror. This helps you focus on your pronunciation and body language. It's a great way to practice speaking without feeling self-conscious. Mix it up. You can always add variety to the topics by asking questions or imagining different scenarios. The more creative, the better. Why this routine works. By practicing these 5 topics every day, you'll build a strong foundation for speaking English. You'll get comfortable talking about things you encounter in real life, and by repeating them in different ways, you'll become more flexible and confident with your language. And most importantly, this routine takes the guesswork out of what to say. You don't have to wonder, what should I practice today? Because you already have a plan. At the end of the 30 days, you'll feel more confident and comfortable speaking in English. You'll see the progress you've made, and you'll be ready to take on even more complex conversations. So, let's get started with day 1 and commit to speaking every single day. Your English will grow faster than you ever thought possible. Chapter 6. Your New Voice. Reflecting. After 30 days, and here we are, the final chapter. You've made it through 30 days of speaking English every single day. You've faced your fears, built your confidence, and started thinking in English. But now, it's time to look back and reflect on just how far you've come. Take a moment. Think about where you started. What were you afraid of? What did you struggle with? And now, look at you. Speaking more confidently, more fluently, and with a lot more courage than you ever imagined. So, here's the big question. What can you say now that you couldn't say before? That's what this chapter is all about. Looking at your progress and realizing the transformation you've undergone. It's more than just about fluency. You've gained something deeper. You've gained courage. Courage to speak, courage to make mistakes, and courage to push through challenges. I want you to take a moment to reflect on your journey. I'm going to ask you to do something special. Record a final video or voice message to yourself in English. This is a powerful exercise that helps you realize how far you've come and reinforces that all your hard work has paid off. Here's how to do it. 1. Find a quiet place where you can speak clearly and confidently. 2. Introduce yourself like you did on day 1. But this time, talk about everything you've learned and accomplished. 3. Reflect on your journey. What were the challenges you faced, and how did you overcome them? How did speaking every day help you get better? 4. Talk about your growth. What can you do now that you couldn't do before? How does it feel to be able to express yourself in English more confidently? 5. Share your next steps. This is important. Talk about what you want to keep improving. What will you focus on next? Maybe you'll continue speaking every day or work on new areas like vocabulary, pronunciation, or grammar. When you listen back to your recording, I want you to hear the growth. Hear the confidence in your voice. Hear how much easier it is to speak, how you don't hesitate as much, and how you're thinking more in English. Why this reflection matters. This final reflection isn't just a conclusion, It's a celebration of everything you've accomplished. It's a reminder that you've already achieved something amazing. When you look at your recording, you'll realize that the true goal wasn't just to speak English. It was to push yourself beyond your limits, to challenge your fears, and to prove that you can do anything you set your mind to. Remember, this is just the beginning. Your 30-day challenge has laid the foundation, but now you've unlocked the courage to keep going. You've built the habit of speaking every day, and the next steps in your English journey are up to you. Maybe you'll start practicing with new speaking partners. Maybe you'll dive into more complex conversations. Or maybe you'll challenge yourself to learn a new set of vocabulary or work on advanced grammar. Whatever it is, the skills you've built over the past 30 days will carry you forward. You've come so far. Be proud of yourself. You didn't let fear hold you back. You didn't let perfectionism stop you. You took action, and that action has led to real results. So take a moment to be proud because you've earned it. This is not the end of your journey. It's just the beginning. Your voice is stronger now, and the world of English conversation is wide open. Keep speaking, keep growing, and remember, you can do this. So, how do you feel now? Are you proud of what you've done? Or maybe you're excited to get started. Either way, you've already taken the most powerful first step. You've decided to speak. Now, just imagine what the next 30 days could look like. Picture the confidence you'll build, the English you'll speak, and the stories you'll share, all with your new voice. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it. Leave a comment with your favorite tip, and make sure to subscribe so you never miss a lesson. I'll be here with you every step of the way on your English learning journey. Let's speak English together. See you in the next video.